I don't respect him anymore because he say I'm not gonna do what they want me to do and this and that. And then he tried to, maybe Turki Al-Ashi told him, hey, you need to do something because you seem so nervous in Riyadh. So and he tried to like walk me back, and that's why I pushed him. And like I say, don't with me.
Does it bring a different Canelo then?
Yeah, it's different. Yeah, you watch Saunders fight, right?
Which one? The Saunders. Oh,
he pissed me off. He pissed me off. Yeah. So.
What happens when one of boxing's most calculated and composed fighters finally loses his cool when a man known for letting his fists do the talking in the ring throws a punch outside of it? This is no longer just a rivalry, it's personal. Terence "Bud" Crawford has been arrested after reportedly hitting Saul Canelo Alvarez during what was meant to be a private business meeting that went badly wrong. The question now is, how did it come to this, and what could push one of the sport's calmest champions to that point?
But it's still unclear why Terence "Bud" Crawford was near the parking lot brawl in the first place.
At first it was just subtle jabs. Crawford claimed Canelo avoids black fighters. Canelo shot back saying Crawford hasn't earned the right to face him. This wasn't ordinary trash talk, it was disrespect thinly disguised as opinion.
Never forget, Terence "Bud" Crawford said about Canelo Alvarez that he was ducking black fighters. He stated, and I quote, "He shied away from Jermall Charlo and Demetrius Andre for a long time. When you look at Canelo's career, it's like he shied away from the black fighters. I think black fighters give him the most problems." Obviously, that's a damn lie. We've seen him destroy Austin Trout, Danny Jacobs, and now Jermall Charlo. So are we saying that those guys are not black fighters? Come on, make it make sense. Terence "Bud" Crawford was a Canelo hater. Never forget that.
And with every rise in the pound-for-pound rankings and every dominant win over top fighters, the disrespect only grew. Crawford became undisputed twice, defeated the unbeaten boogeyman Errol Spence Jr., and still Canelo refused to recognize him as a worthy challenger.
So even though you see a small fighter, when you look in his eyes, do you see a fighter that could possibly beat you?
No, never.
So,
Never.
Let's be honest, Canelo is the face of boxing, the biggest draw in the sport. But Crawford is the man fighters avoid. He isn't after a paycheck, he's after a legacy.
Canelo Crawford coming up September. What do you think about that fight?
Canelo Crawford. Good fight. Good fight. Canelo has advantage because Crawford moving up, but my advice to Crawford is like maintain the speed, improve the speed, and improve the strength. Because it's hard to go up in high weight and maintain your speed. So speed is the key. Like he should focus on speed, footwork, and improve the power.
And maybe that's what made everything boil over. Just 3 days ago, chaos broke out backstage at a charity event in Las Vegas. It was meant to be a relaxed night. Canelo was there for PR, while Bud walked in with his entourage. But the moment their eyes met, the atmosphere changed instantly.
Is there anything that scares you, Canelo Alvarez? What frightens you?
Nothing about boxing.
No.
This is what I love.
Yeah.
So.
No gloves, no security fast enough, just Crawford unleashing years of frustration with one clean right hand to Canelo's jaw. Cameras caught it, TMZ posted it, and within minutes social media exploded. The clip showed Bud being escorted out by Vegas police shouting, "He's been ducking me for years," while Canelo was treated for a busted lip and what some say might be an orbital injury. The charge is misdemeanor assault, but because it happened at a high-profile venue, the case is more serious than it looks. The Nevada Athletic Commission is now involved, and Bud's promoter is said to be in full damage control. Crawford isn't known as a hothead. He's one of the calmest, most calculated fighters in the sport. He rarely talks, he just does damage. So for him to snap like this says a lot. This wasn't just about boxing, it was about years of disrespect, pent-up anger, and being ignored by the media, the promoters, and Canelo himself. Canelo got to fight GGG 3 times, faced Kovalev, Bivol, Ryder, even moved up to 175 for a payday, but Crawford never got the call and never got the respect.
Spaceman Films. What up, Biz? Who you got? Canelo Crawford.
Yeah, got Canelo. I heard the punches that he hit Charlo with. I don't know if Crawford can absorb those punches. I know he's a great man and a great warrior. When you come from 147 to put on a better fight than Charlo. I mean, I don't even know what that means. I don't know if that means that Crawford is so great and he can do that, or that means that Charlo set the bar so damn low that anybody could do better than Charlo did last night.
Do skill really pay the bill? Because that would be tested.
Skill pays the bill. That's why Canelo killed the too.
When someone like Bud feels disrespected long enough, eventually fists fly. Canelo's team quickly released a statement calling the punch unprovoked and embarrassing for the sport, while hinting at possible civil action, which means Bud could be looking at more than just criminal charges. The irony is this might be the worst decision Bud has ever made, yet it could also secure the biggest payday of his career. Why? Because this just pushed their fight to another level. Now there's real animosity, real emotion. And in boxing, emotion sells. Mayweather versus Pacquiao took 6 years to happen, partly because it lacked true drama. Crawford versus Canelo has it in abundance now.
And of course, look, you've accomplished everything. You're a first ballot Hall of Famer. You've been undisputed now in 2 weight classes. This would give you undisputed championship in a 3rd weight class. But not just that, you know you're fighting an all-time great, and you know that the credit's gonna go to you if you beat a guy like Canelo Alvarez at 168. Is that why you want it?
Well, when I beat him.
When you beat him.
Definitely. You know, the stakes is high. You know, it's high risk, high reward type of fight, and I'm looking forward to it.
When would you say, from memory, that you first thought this fight was a real possibility, that you started thinking about this fight actually happening?
Well, I started thinking about it, you know, a couple of years ago when they started talking about Spence fighting Canelo. Then just, you know, sizing him up, like, all right, how tall is he? You know, how long his arms and things like that. Just sizing him up like that and going to his fights and things like that. And when he walk out the ring, I'm looking at him, I'm like, man, that's not that big. You know, so me talking to him with Turkey and Turkey not wanting to fight. And me like, yeah, this is the fight that I want, being that, you know, he's the last great fighter of our era. You know, that's just like, you know what I mean, me fighting a Pacquiao, a Mayweather, a De La Hoya, and things like that. So that's why I wanted to fight.
The size gap is huge. Canelo walks around at about 180, while Crawford has never fought above 154. It's a major risk, but so was Spence. And look what Bud did to him. If this fight gets approved, it won't just be a boxing match, it'll be a personal war.
I feel I got the speed over Canelo. I got the reach over him. He might got the size, the power. I got the better skills, boxing skills.
Would it be more of a cat and mouse? The reality is Canelo does put people out. From Kirkland to Amir Khan to just...
Don't do
obviously,
I'm just saying, man.
No, but he's not.
Kovalev was older. He does. Don't get me wrong. He does have a lot of power, but all those guys that you name is not as skillful as me. I'm sorry. No disrespect to none of those fighters. The skill level is night and day.
So how do you see a fight with Canelo?
Tough fight. Canelo is a great fighter. Like, I always had respect for Canelo, but I just believe in my skills. The fact that people doubt me, it just fueled me even more. Try to get the fight even more. And I'm watching him, I'm like, man, I can beat this dude. I've been fighting people bigger than me all my life, and I always came out on top. You gonna get hit. It's a fight. He gonna get hit too. It'll be good.
And it wouldn't be shocking if it shattered every pay-per-view record in history. Reactions are split. Some fans say Bud disgraced the sport and that a champion of his stature should never resort to violence outside the ring. Others call it karma, claiming Canelo's years of avoiding him finally caught up. Predictions for Canelo versus Crawford are all over the map, and that unpredictability is exactly what makes this fight so electrifying.
He's a little overrated. Terence Crawford versus Canelo Alvarez at 168 pounds.
Canelo's really good. Really good. But I think Crawford is special. I know he hasn't fought the resume everyone wants, but you have that or you don't have that ingredient. I think he has it. Canelo's really good. He's tremendous. But could he be a tiny bit overrated? The greatness is within Crawford. It's in his desire, it's in his mind, it's in his makeup, where he came from. I know he's moving up in weight class, can he carry it? But those intangibles, I believe that he has them.
Shakur Stevenson didn't hold back. He's fully backing Bud. In his view, Crawford is going to cook Canelo plain and simple. But Oscar de la Hoya, despite his long history and issues with Canelo, sees it differently. He says Bud is in over his head and that Canelo will run him out of the ring purely because of the size gap.
Now what the media is reporting, and it's circulating, is that Canelo Crawford is the biggest fight of the decade. I mean, to a purist and a fighter, it's laughable. Because you have Crawford jumping up 2 weight classes to fight Canelo, who's a natural light heavyweight. Crawford, who couldn't push back Madrimov. Life and death with Madrimov. What do you think Canelo's gonna do to him? Run him out of the ring!
Teofimo Lopez is also picking Canelo to win, and he's clear about it. Andre Ward, on the other hand, is firmly in Bud's corner. Ward believes Crawford's IQ, timing, and adaptability are so exceptional that he can pull off a shocker at 168.
I'm going with Terence Crawford. You know, big weight jump, a dangerous fight, but somebody's got to prove to me that they can break Terence Crawford's will and that he can't figure it out against you. You know, it ain't no disrespect toward Canelo, but I've said this the last couple of years. I'm not betting against Terence Crawford against nobody right now. You got to show me that you can beat him.
David Benavidez believes that if there's any fighter who can beat Canelo, it's Terence Crawford. Then there's Eddie Hearn, who has been on the fence. At first he was sure this was Canelo's fight to lose, but seeing how calm, focused, and confident Crawford has been lately has made Hearn start to second-guess everything.
Are you still favoring Crawford in the fight, or has your opinion changed?
I mean, I've always favoured Canelo in the fight.
Well, I've heard that you want Canelo to win, but you feel...
Of course, yeah. I like Terence, but I've worked a lot with Canelo, and I think just because of what I saw in Riyadh, and because of the threat, and he's getting on as well, Crawford, but it's just like the mindset of Crawford. Like, there's no doubt in Terence Crawford's mind that he wins this fight. And when you spend a bit of time with him, you kind of start buying into that. And I guess that's what happened in Riyadh, because I travelled with him to the fight, and, you know, but it's a 50-50 fight. I think gun to head, I'm probably picking Crawford right now. But I want Canelo to win. And he can win for sure. But Terence is going to make it really tricky and awkward for him. And I don't think he's going to like that kind of fight.
Crawford isn't calm anymore. He snapped. That punch at the airport wasn't just a spur-of-the-moment reaction. It was a message. Bud's done with the back and forth, the excuses, and the he's too small talk. Instead of waiting for fight night, he brought the heat early. That shot changed the whole storyline, because now it's not just about Bud moving up in weight. It's about whether Canelo can stay composed when someone refuses to bow to the crown.
Spaceman Films. What up, Biz? Who you got? Canelo Crawford?
Yeah, got Canelo. I heard the punches that he hit Charlo with. I don't know if Crawford can absorb those punches. I know he's a great man and a great warrior. But you come from 147 to put on a better fight than Charlo. I mean, I don't even know what that means. I don't know if that means that Crawford is so great and he can do that, or that means that Charlo set the bar so damn low that anybody can do better than Charlo did last night.
Do skill really pay the bill? Because that would be tested.
Skill pay the bill. That's why Canelo killed with it.
Crawford may have started at 135, but he's no timid fighter stepping into enemy territory. Bud is coming to conquer. He's not asking for permission to be great. He's demanding it.
Let me tell you what I think should be going. The notion that Terence Bud Crawford should move up 3 weight classes, 21 pounds, to fight Canelo Alvarez. He's entirely too small. Jermell Charlo already proved that. Y'all remember that scene from Rocky? Remember that scene from Rocky 2? When Carl Weathers was Apollo Creed and his trainer was like, can I be honest? I saw you beat this man within an inch of his life, and he kept coming. He wouldn't go away. He's wrong for us, baby. He's wrong. Let it go. Apollo couldn't do it and lost fight number 2. Trained him for fight Rocky 3, and then got killed in Rocky 4 by Drago because he couldn't let it go. Bud Crawford needs to let it go. Too small.
And yes, Canelo has been the boogeyman at 168, leaving a trail of broken opponents. Just ask Caleb Plant, Billy Joe Saunders, or Sergey Kovalev. They've all experienced that Mexican power firsthand.
A lot of people that say that Crawford can beat Canelo, no problem. I mean,
I respect that, but I just think they're stupid. I mean, excuse my language. The size difference of a bigger man changes everything with one punch. And I can see the same thing. I mean, you saw Canelo Alvarez fighting Amir Khan. Now, look at this. Terence Crawford moved from 47 to 54 to fight Madrimov. What did he do to Madrimov? Nothing. Okay, Madrimov was a 54-pounder. Now, to move up to 168, that's 2 more divisions. Canelo Alvarez will take any punch from Crawford, but I don't think Crawford will take any punches from Canelo. Remember, Canelo got hit by Triple G, the heaviest hitter in that division. And Canelo took those shots like a champ. I don't think Crawford has anything to beat Canelo.
But Bud is different. He's not coming to put on a pretty boxing display. He's coming to frustrate, outthink, and punish. He's a switch-hitting sharpshooter with ice in his veins, and now a chip on his shoulder the size of Nebraska.
Terence Crawford has had one fight above 147 pounds, and everyone, including Terence Crawford, will tell you that was not his finest performance against Israel Madrimov. He is older than Canelo, he is coming up in weight, he is coming off a long layoff. I can't look at Canelo Williams' school and say, you know what, Canelo is too far in a decline to beat Terence Crawford. Not until I've seen what Terence Crawford looks like at 168 pounds.
No, same here. And even though we could see Canelo Alvarez diminishing, we're still going to favor him because he's been in there with the bigger, stronger men. Crawford's not going to be able to hurt him. Crawford will be able to pepper him up, win rounds. Like I tell you, I have an image of Canelo Alvarez after the fight. He's going to be bloodied and bruised because he's going to get pot shotted. He's going to throw 2-3 punches, pepper him up, and then get an angle. Then once Canelo starts realizing I'm falling behind here or I'm getting hit too much, I gotta do something great, that's when Crawford's gonna have to get on his bike.
Canelo has been looking slower, flat-footed, and cautious against B-level opponents, and Bud noticed. That's exactly why he chose to take this fight now. He smells legacy and he smells vulnerability. That punch at the airport wasn't about being dirty, it was a power move. A statement saying, I'm not here to respect you, I'm here to dethrone you.
If Canelo couldn't knock out Charlo, or you really think that he's gonna knock out Crawford? I would pick Terence Crawford to beat a Canelo Alvarez, even at 168. Everybody can call me crazy and whatever you want to say. I get it. Y'all didn't believe me when I told you about Spence, but trust me, Crawford will figure out a way. I know a secret y'all don't know, and I ain't gonna tell you why I would pick Terence Crawford, but it's part of the secret is the reason why I'm picking him to win the fight. So
live only on DAZN, June 28th. Jake Paul versus Chavez Jr. Buy now at DAZN.com/boxing.
Canelo's fans are shaken because let's be real, he didn't hit back. He just stood there stunned. And in boxing, that's a bad look. That's a fighter second-guessing himself. That's doubt starting to creep in.
I don't gotta knock him out to beat him. He's never been knocked out before, but he lost fights before. So everybody, that's coming in thinking that I need a knockout to beat Canelo Alvarez is wrong. And that's not the approach that, we take in this fight. If the knockout comes, then it comes. But we're not going in there to knock him out. We're not looking for the knockout.
Terence, you've said if you win, you feel you're on the Mount Rushmore.
I didn't say if I win.
Okay.
I said when I win.
Well, with that, what is Terence Crawford's legacy with a win over Canelo?
Listen, I already said it. I'm on that mountain.
And Bud just leveled up, not only as a fighter but as a real threat. No one has ever punked Canelo like that outside the ring, and Bud did it with a smirk.
Things about Canelo's resume, but I won't. I wanna, pay homage to the fighters that he fought. And if he don't wanna pay homage to the fighters I fought, if he think they nobodies, then come fight time, then I wonder what they're gonna say after I beat him.
When he pushed you, I know you've gained weight, you look actually a lot bigger. When he gave you a half shove, how is that size feeling now?
Listen, that wasn't nothing. What I mean? That little push didn't do nothing, as you can see. But come fight time, we're not gonna be pushing, we're gonna be punching, so it doesn't even matter.
That's it for today's video. If you enjoyed it, make sure to subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you never miss future uploads. And share your thoughts in the comments below.